this week, Rotherham moved to Tier 3, the highest level of national restrictions in response to the ongoing coronavirus crisis. Tier 3 means that alongside the rest of South Yorkshire, we're now on a very high alert level. And we've needed to move to that very high alert level because we're now seeing increasing numbers of people falling ill. To put that in comparison for you, towards the end of July and the beginning of August, we were seeing about 30 people a week testing positive for coronavirus. In the week to the 18th of August, there were more than 1,000 people in our community who tested positive. And with the passage of time, that means more people are falling ill and going to hospital. At the height of the first wave of this virus, there were about 70 patients in Rotherham Hospital with coronavirus symptoms. Last week, that number had already exceeded 60. So it's a really serious situation. We know that when people start getting ill and going into hospital, that means that, unfortunately, more deaths are only a matter of weeks away. And we also know that whatever steps we take now will take another 2 or 3 or 4 weeks to feed through to keep people safe. So this is going to get worse, I'm afraid, before it gets better. And that's why we've moved into this very high alert situation. In summary, what that means is that households can't mix. You can't go to people's house, even to see them in their garden in a kind of private outdoor space, unless you're there for work purposes or caring purposes. It means that if you're meeting people in public spaces like parks, you must abide by the rule of 6, so no more than 6 people in your group, and you must be socially distanced as well. You've still got to keep that 2-metre distance from people as far as you possibly can. Tier 3 also means that some businesses, most noticeably some pubs, will have to close, but also things like gambling shops, betting shops, soft play areas, and gym classes will have to stop from tomorrow as well. And I know for many people, this is a really difficult announcement. I know that people rely on those institutions for their social health, mental health, for seeing people, for their physical health as well. And we've all made such big sacrifices this year that this feels really difficult for all of us. And that's why we've really got to double down over the coming weeks to make sure these restrictions don't last any longer than they need to. We don't want this to go on a day longer than it has to. But for now, we really must face up to these restrictions. The only way to stop the virus from spreading, and therefore to keep each other alive, is for us to maintain our distance, to not come into contact with more people than we need to. There's more information on the council's website. There is a package of economic support that comes to us from the government, some of which is national support and some of which we will hopefully be able to determine locally to help people who are directly affected by these restrictions to get you through these difficult times. And we're going to do all that we can together to make this as safe and as good an experience for you as it possibly can be. We don't take any of this lightly. It's been a really difficult couple of weeks on the back of a really difficult year. But if we pull together now and we all do the things that we need to do to keep each other safe, we can still get to Christmas and we will get to next year and we will emerge from this stronger and safer as a community. But we've got to do all that we can to reduce the risk. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for your time. Thank you for the commitment that you've shown. I know everyone is trying to do the right thing. I would urge you to look at the council's website, to see what those rules are, to take advice if you need to get in touch with us if you're a business person, you need that support. And please keep each other safe. Thank you.